somber group. I want to kind of give you some updates on a few things. We'll start with DNA. We've, first of all, seen a dramatic increase in DNA in general. Just to share with you some figures. In 2010, the cases that were submitted to BCI were 3,135. So far this year, actually as of August 16th, the number of cases that have been submitted are 3,270 so far this year. So it's a dramatic increase in cases submitted. If you look at the samples tested, so you might, for each case there might be multiple samples. If you look at the samples submitted, tested, in 2010 it was 6,761. Thus far this year, just thus far, that figure is 15,705. So we've seen a dramatic, for a number of reasons, dramatic increase in evidence coming in. Just this year, we've seen 46 more agencies who are actually taking evidence to BCI across the state. 46 new police departments are taking it. The time that we track every month, turnaround time, again, when we started was 125 days. As of August 16th, we were running at 23.6 days. So that's been hovering anywhere from 19 to about 24 for the last, 4 or 5 months, 6 months. This it does not include, none of these numbers include the new rape kit initiative. As you recall, we put together a working group committee in June of 2011 to look at what rape kits should in fact be tested and to try to come up for the first time with a statewide protocol. That doesn't have any force of law, but there is the protocol. We want a protocol. They came back on December 5th with the protocol. The protocol basically was that every rape kit should be tested unless the local police department did not think a crime had been committed. So we rolled that out then, and we hired 4 people. They completed their training in October of 2012, and October 2012 we began the work on these old rape kits. No one really knew what we were getting into as far as what the results would be. We had no clue. We were always told historically that there was a reason that these rape kits were not being tested, and that the implication at least was that they did not have much evidentiary value. I felt they had evidentiary value. The committee we put together felt they had evidentiary value, but I will tell you, I am stunned at how much value they have, and I'm delighted. Let me just give you some figures. As of this Sunday, yesterday, 3,446 old rape kits have been submitted to our office. Of that number, 1,436 are now completely analyzed. And of those that have been completely analyzed, we have had 439 CODIS hits. So we're running almost now 1 out of every 3. My prediction is it's going to run somewhere between 1 out of every 4 and 1 out of every 3, no matter how many we test. So we're going back to police departments and telling them, here's your rapist. We're going back to other police departments and telling them, the guy you thought was your rapist and has been your suspect, but you've never charged, hey, he's not your rapist. Look somewhere else. And in some cases, we're going back and saying, we can't tell you who your rapist is, but what we can tell you is that your jurisdiction has the same rapist as another jurisdiction, or 2 other jurisdictions, or 3 other jurisdictions. We're starting to see the patterns of the serial rapists, and we're going back to these jurisdictions and telling them, here is the information. You need to compare, obviously compare notes with these other jurisdictions. So we're very, very happy with where we are with that and with the results. We have prioritized these based on statute of limitations and based on the oldest. So we're doing the oldest first. We're on triage. We started basically in a triage situation. We now have kind of back, we're still doing that, but we're now at least a year away from the statute on everyone we're testing. So we're not in a situation where we were at the beginning, where we're going back to police departments and giving them the rape kit results, and they only had a few months to get charged. Now they've got at least a year, and we're constantly moving that